How police captured Colorado's mailman killer by Mr. Detective Williams. Get it. The fuck?
This mail truck belongs to 33-year-old Jason Schaefer, and he was just executed in broad daylight while delivering the neighborhood's mail. As he stood at these community boxes, he had no idea his entire route was being tracked by...
Damn. What has this world come to? People can't even do their jobs without getting killed nowadays.
someone hiding in plain sight.
Fucked up.
I saw a man in a hoodie, dark clothing, jogging on that path. And then I saw him cut over to the road.
What looked like a random act of violence would soon reveal a cold, calculated ambush and a web of betrayal involving the very people he once called family.
I'm guessing that's insinuating that his family made us do this, but I don't think even the family could have.
13th, 2021.
I don't even think family could get me to commit such atrocities. I'm gonna be honest, even if it was betrayal.
Longmont, Colorado. At 12:30 p.m., 911 dispatchers received a call from the Somerset Meadows neighborhood reporting that their mailman, 33-year-old Jason Schaefer, had been shot. The people nearby were too shaken to start CPR, and Jason was losing blood fast. The closest patrol cars rushed over, hoping they could reach him before it was too late.
I mean, I don't know how long a person can live bleeding out. I wouldn't. I'd presume it'd be a couple, 10 minutes maybe.
Can you give us a different map page?
1 second. Well, I'm gonna switch out. We're at the corner of Heather Hill and Renaissance, and I'm out with Wheeler.
Copy, Heather Hill and Renaissance.
Go. Go up. Here.
CPR.
Jason had been shot 4 times in the head and back in broad daylight, and he was still fighting for his life.
A human survived 4 shots to the
kept
head?
CPR going for several more minutes as they waited for paramedics to arrive.
That's crazy.
This had no air.
We were to give description mail. Fully possibly blue man.
Working on it. All of them?
Is bro gagging?
I asked you to look out for the shooter and we'll take care of this.
Yep. You got it.
For a shooting in broad daylight, you'd think finding the killer would be simple.
It's like a nice ass
Even with
neighborhood
multiple
too.
Witnesses hearing the shots and seeing the shooter, they were
Like, this looks like a nice suburb neighborhood.
still gone before police got there.
3 bang, bang, bang.
Okay.
And then I saw a guy with kind of about a sturdy guy with a jacket running to that direction.
Let's start working south for a perimeter south, and then we'll get him set up east. Which way did you see him running?
I saw him. He run across there and then run.
Hey, Josh, hold real quick. He went south from here. Can you just start mobile right now?
Now street. There's the Heather Hill Circle. He just run in.
Thankfully, there was a guy that saw where he went, so they have a lead to start off.
No, I asked somebody to just see the exactly.
Hey, Pierce, last information, he was running southbound and then headed southwest from Heather Hill Circle diagonally through the houses. My witnesses say now he went southeast from Heather Hill Circle.
These men were one of the few who were able to get a look at the shooter, and at the time, description was the only lead the officers had.
Saying he was a sturdy guy with
He
jacket
wear
on.
nothing. He didn't wear any hat. He just the hair, kind of.
Could you tell, was he white, black, Hispanic?
Looks like, I'm sorry, white.
White?
White man.
Okay, and a guy, how tall do you think he was? Could you tell?
Similar to yours.
Okay.
Like mine, yours
Okay.
is kind of height.
Could you remember what kind of clothes he was wearing?
Jacket.
What color jacket?
Gray type of a jacket. It's a jacket, if I'm correct. because I saw him just quickly run. I didn't know, but after that I saw the postman, the post truck over there.
Okay. So, like, pants-wise, what was he wearing pants-wise?
Pants, just like a pant, like a regular pants, but not a blue jeans, not blue color.
Okay.
It's a
What color?
darker than blue color.
White male, dark jacket, dark pants, average build.
I'm gonna be
It was the
completely
kind of
honest, bro. I have the worst memory ever. That was a witness to a crime. I don't think I could like this dude did a really fucking good job at like saying what he saw. And you can obviously tell his English isn't his first language. And even so, I think given the details, he did a pretty good fucking job, right? I am the worst with like retaining information. I don't think I could.
It meant to blend in and reveal nothing. Even with a wide perimeter
Sorry, my
locked down,
glasses.
the shooter was nowhere to
I don't
be
think I
found.
could have.
Jason
do what
worked
he
this
just did right
route
there.
all the time, and when he was shot, he was in the middle of delivering mail to the community boxes, with everything unlocked and accessible. At first, officers had to consider that the real target might have been the mail, and Jason had simply gotten in the way. But that theory fell apart fast. Not a single piece of mail was missing. Before they could get much further, one of Jason's co-workers, Jessica, arrived at the scene, and she already had someone in mind who might have wanted to hurt him.
He's been like telling me what's going on with his situation and everything right now. I've been at this office for like over a year.
And what can you tell me what was going on?
I mean, right now, this is what worries me. He just, on Friday, his lawyer just filed papers for, they've been going through a big custody battle, but she hasn't been speaking to him at all.
She's
so
thinking maybe it
he
could be a.
filed some more papers so like
She's thinking maybe it could be a stepfather or a boyfriend or whatever else to the mother of the child.
he could get more time, and I know she probably would have been served yesterday or today. She's been coming to the office and kind of like, she also works for the post office, but in Loveland. She showed up one day and said she was there to help. And as soon as he left, she left. Like, she didn't even help us or anything. It was weird. And then the other day I caught her and they're going through his stuff at his case.
Kind of like keeping an eye on him.
And when I walked
Trying to-
over
trying to find
ask her
anything weird,
leave,
maybe.
She just kind of like left.
Well, what is her?
Her name is Devin.
Devin and Jason met through the post office in 2015, but after having their son, Chase, the relationship fell apart, and the two ended up working out of different facilities. Things were already messy, and the custody battle only made them worse. Devin kept showing up at Jason's workplace, and it was getting harder and harder for him to get any space from her.
And
Like a
she's
stalker
she's
of
crazy.
kinds.
From what I know of her, she's crazy. But I don't know if she's this crazy because these are terms down. But it
Is it like she's stalking him because she's still in love with him and like she still wants to be around him, or is it like more of a case of he's trying to find maybe something wrong to win the custody battle?
she would have been served probably today with the holiday, I would think, maybe yesterday.
I would presume the first, just by the details this lady's giving us.
He's going for more. So the kid comes over with bruises all over and says bruises is a secret. I can't tell you what happened and stuff like that. And so he said it wasn't enough. He was going with her just having a visitation.
You know where Devin is from?
So she used to live in Longmont, but she just moved to Loveland. She won't tell him where she lives.
That's when Jessica revealed a
Being
crucial
secretive.
piece of information.
Who else might know? We're looking for what's going on. Devin or anything else.
Well, the girlfriend, I think, the sister of the baby mama.
Okay, so
okay,
the
this-
lady that
That lives with
that
them.
Jason lives with. Okay.
Jason's current girlfriend was Rosa, Devin's sister. Their dynamic was complicated enough, but this took it somewhere else entirely.
So Devin's sister got with
Still,
Jason
no matter
after
how
the
complicated
divorce
Jason's
or the-
personal life was, police had a killer to find first.
Yeah, like even if
That's
that
when
was
a
the
neighbor
case,
came forward
murder's
and
never the
told
answer.
officers that they saw the whole thing unfold.
I know the mailman comes noonish, so I had seen the truck out there.
These police officer got really lucky there was this many
Yes, I
witnesses.
heard 1, 2, by the third noise.
But then again, I guess
To me, I was like, what
if I
is
heard
this?
gunshots or like, I don't know how gunshots sound. I don't think I've ever heard a gunshot in my life. But if I heard something similar to gunshots, I'd look out the window as well.
Banging and something. By the third noise, I came out here, and then the fourth one went off. I saw a man in a hoodie, dark clothing, medium-sized, not huge,
It'll be crazy
not
if they
small, medium-sized man.
like they keep describing this person as male.
Jogging on that path.
I feel like
So I saw him jog on that
I have
path.
intuition it's not gonna be a male, it's gonna be a female, it's gonna be the Lady Devon.
And then I saw him cut over to the
Maybe.
road. And
I don't know, I'm
didn't
just putting
follow
ideas
where
out
he
there.
went from there. I went downstairs and outside. I called 911. So one of the 911 calls was from me.
Okay.
And I went over to the postman who was on the ground, bleeding from his mouth. The 911 officer was trying to talk me into doing CPR, and I was afraid, and I didn't do CPR. I
Fair.
waited
You
till
don't want
the
to fuck up
police
anything.
woman came, and the police woman started CPR.
She had seen the shooting happen, but even she couldn't give police a clear enough look at the suspect. So officers started going door to door, asking neighbors to check their CCTV and doorbell cameras. In cases like this, home surveillance can be the difference between a dead end and a breakthrough. But most of the cameras nearby
Yeah, this
weren't
is what
pointing in
happened-
the right direction.
This happened to my family, cause like we live on a crossroad, I guess, kind of, and a car had been coming from one side of the crossroad to another, and they were kind of speeding, and they didn't see that. I think it was a little girl. Well, not a little girl. It was a nanny, and then the killing she was taking of in a stroller. And then the speeding car hit them, thankfully. Well, I think only the nanny was injured, kind of. The kids were fine. They didn't get hit at all. I think it was more so the nanny that got injured. Anyways, since we're in the crossroad and we have cameras outside our house, I think we were the only people who had footage of the accident itself. So then a couple of days later, the police officer came to our house and we gave them the footage and shit. But oh shit, wrong fucking thing.
Just
Yeah, I'll just giving informations. Like, yeah.
when it seemed like a bust, one house turned out to have a direct view of everything.
So here he is walking up.
Oh, he walked around that.
He walked behind
These
those
home
houses.
security cameras really be useful.
You'll hear the gunshots actually at about 15 seconds. And then he runs back that way. Looks in the truck. You can see comes out and walks over. His car must live somewhere in this neighborhood. If they were coming in this way.
But Chuck came out pretty quick.
Chuck came
I don't
out
think
within
I thought-
20 seconds.
Yeah, he was thinking that 20 minutes, but he came out.
He
pretty
came
quick.
out immediately.
Uh-huh.
So they had a car nearby?
Even over there, I think he probably didn't see him. Or did he see him?
The footage made one thing obvious. The shooter had been waiting for Jason. The moment he turned toward the mailboxes,
Oh my-
the shots fired, one after the other.
Saying maybe it could have been the Devon. She had been previously stalking him already. So he probably knew his routes.
Just as they were going through the footage, officers got the news Jason had died on the way to the hospital.
He rest in
At that
peace.
point, this was no longer a shooting investigation. It was a murder hunt. As detectives worked through the neighborhood footage, they tracked where the shooter went after fleeing the scene. That was when the case took a turn. The shooter wasn't a man at all. It was Jason's ex, Devon, and she had fled in her own car, a black Nissan Rogue. One of
I've
Jason's
been talking
supervisors
about.
was also there, and she explained how Devon may have known exactly where to find him.
One of my clerks came to me and told me that she was in the building, looking in his case, looking around his case. That's when I had.
I
all
said
that-
it.
Work?
Yeah.
Okay.
She had been previously looking and snooping around. She probably knew her stops.
And this was probably, it was around 15. So, is this 15?
13.
Okay, so it's the 13th. So this probably was around the 1st, the 2nd of October.
She said around the 1st of October,
Yes.
she was
I
reported.
was looking around, so I had all of the codes changed.
Okay.
Normally when, and I'm gonna have to give another stand up. Normally, when an employee is gone or don't last, we take their number out so they can't use it. But I'm not sure if he shared his code with her.
And you don't need to get into real big detail, but can you kind of tell me how that works? How does that work with the code?
The code, we assign a code to each carrier.
Okay.
So if something should happen in a building, I know who came in there and who we need to
So you have to scan with your code in order to get into the building? Oh, you punch it in.
But
Okay.
I find each one of my carriers, even my supervisor, everybody got a different code.
Okay.
She was given a different code. And
like most work
so
do that,
how she got
right?
in the building, either they left the door open, because carriers do that,
Okay.
or he shared his code with her. And
had she already been let go at that point?
She was already gone.
Okay.
So
When did she get let go?
Real problem. She wanted to leave.
Oh, okay.
But we kind of egged it along.
Okay.
So I think she only really came there because.
Now, what do you mean by his case?
I see.
Well, we have the case where they case the Mailman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's his carry case. Well, everything is at. I don't know if she was looking for keys, and again, I don't want to say it's her if he told her to come get something, because you know a lot of the wives and girlfriends will come, they'll leave things, and then they'll come pick it up.
Okay.
But no one has ever physically came in a building, come to the front, and then they ask, hey, such and such, say, pick up, I need to pick this up. So I really can't tell you what.
But she was just found inside the building.
Yeah.
She didn't ask anybody to come in. So either she found a way to get in, or he gave her his code.
Yes.
For her to get in. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, she's
because Devin had worked out
she's
of the
giving
same
them knowledge
office as Jason before. She knew how things worked and how to get information.
She's getting letting the cops know that she could have.
Gave her the chance to see where Jason would be and set this up so he never saw her come.
What I said earlier.
What made this even worse was that Jason and Devin's son, Chase, was in her care that day. So before detectives could bring her in, they had to make sure Chase was safe. But by the time officers got to his daycare, Devin had already started asking questions.
So I did the phone, ask her questions. We're not here. She can come pick up the kid.
Gateway Montessori School, this is Ren. Can I help you? Hi. No, Jason has not picked up yet.
Okay, is Rosa still there? Is she still there for the day?
No, she got sick or something. I don't know. She had to leave in the middle of her shift. She left.
She left in the middle of her shift?
Yeah.
She didn't say why?
No.
No. Is Eilish still there?
You are just batting 1,000. No, Eilish just left. They are really short on kids this week, so she left.
Okay.
Yeah, she's getting she's asking a lot of questions.
Okay, well, I don't
Probably to gather information.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's him. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Jason, and if he hasn't, that makes me wonder if something did actually happen. So, I don't know.
But how would she know that? Because at this point, it had only been a couple of, I don't know, maybe like a couple of, like an hour or so, maybe. Hold on, a second.
Right now,
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Because I wasn't supposed to have him say Jason. So, if I get a hold of Eilish, can I have her?
Sure. Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay.
She didn't hear that?
Let me see what I can figure out, and I'll see if I can get a hold of Eilish.
Okay.
If Jason ends up showing up in the next 30 minutes, can you let me know? Because I need to try to get a hold of him too. I don't know what's happening.
Sure, I absolutely will.
She's planting like a lie or like an alibi right there.
Thank you so much, because I don't want to cause a problem with him because it's his day, so I don't want him to start problems just running late. But I know he usually picks him up by 4:30. So
Yeah, he does usually pick him up a lot earlier, so it is weird.
yeah, okay. Well, if he happens to give me a call, but if not, I will see if I can send Eilish there to go come grab him before 5:30.
Okay. All right. I'll be here either way.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Is this her attempt of trying to like place an alibi?
No.
The officer secured Chase and brought him to the station, and instead of chasing Devin down, detectives let her walk right into them. They played it carefully, making her think she was just coming to pick Chase up from the station. Still trying to play the role of the concerned mother, she ran into the trap without realizing the police was onto her.
Hi. Hi. Are you Devin?
Yes.
Hi, Devin. I'm Detective Jones.
Hi.
Thank you for coming down.
Yes.
We're gonna go right over here.
Where is my son?
I'm not sure where he is exactly, but we're gonna come this way and we'll see if we.
Well, I need my son.
Okay.
So somebody needs to tell me where he is.
Okay.
Maybe she's trying to grab his son and then just leave.
This is just our. We're gonna go right here. I think they're gonna bring him down this way.
Okay, well, I need him to be here now. I saw my father's car outside, and I'm not really sure why he's here.
Your father's car?
Yeah.
Who's your dad?
His name is Raul.
Raul?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he not allowed to see your kiddo?
He's a registered sex offender, so he
What
better
the
not be
fuck?
around my kid. Okay.
I'm not sure who's where, but
Okay, well that news came out of nowhere. Kind of caught me off guard.
He's gonna be with an officer right now, so.
Okay, because the previous officer that I spoke to on the phone said that he was with my sister, and she doesn't have custody of him either, because she's not his guardian.
Okay.
So I need to know where my kid is, and I need to know what's happening, because nobody's telling me anything.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't know what's happening either. I just got here as well. I was just told to come walk you in, so I'm sure they're bringing somebody down. We're gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Do you want to take a seat for a second? You can stay standing if you'd like, but it sounds like somebody's coming here in just a second. Let me make sure somebody's on their way.
Devin didn't know it yet, but she wasn't walking out of that station. And to strengthen the case before confronting her, detectives also brought in her sister Rosa, who was now Jason's girlfriend. To understand the motive, they first had to unpack how Rosa ended up dating the father of her sister's child.
Okay.
So obviously a lot of different dynamics with this relationship, just with Devin being your sister. Can you kind of walk me through, maybe by starting on how your and Devin's relationship was before you started the relationship with Jason? Complicated? I'm trying to...
I mean, so this isn't my place to judge, right? This is kind of crazy. I'm gonna be honest.
I think where to start because she hadn't been in our lives for 9 years.
Really? Tell me about that.
We all lived at our mom's house when we were all younger. She ended up leaving when she was about 16.
Okay.
Anyway, so she lived with her dad, and then she got in contact with us at the end of last year.
End of 2020?
End of 2020, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, and
I was only 2020. That's
so
6 years
at the
from me.
beginning of this year, I moved in with her here in Longmont. We lived together for a bit in her house, and then we had an apartment together in June. And then there's a situation between her and I. She kicked me out. Anyways, and then I started living with Jason.
Okay. But what happened between you two? There was something, and there is zero judgment coming from me, just so you know.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
just trying to wrap my head around it all. I know sisters.
No, it's fine. There's
Pretty
just yeah, especially I don't really consider her my sister.
Okay.
Anyways, but it was just a situation with one of her men, as she calls it.
Okay.
Just between him and I, so.
She's not really getting
When you say one of her
descriptive.
men, was it one of her boyfriends or?
Yeah, because she has 2.
Okay.
So.
Damn.
What was his name?
Joseph, he was one of the ones I told them about.
Okay. So you had an issue with Joseph?
Yeah, they were kind of having an argument, and then there was, I went over to his apartment to kind of help him. Anyways, and then there was.
So she was trying to help her
You helped Joseph.
sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, just like talking wise, make sure he was okay with what was going on. Anyways, and then just.
Do you remember what they were arguing over? Was it something pretty big?
I don't know.
They were arguing over her other man.
And who? So you said she had 2 boyfriends. So she had this guy Joseph.
So then-
and
Joseph was mad at her because she found out he had another boyfriend, and then she went to go talk to Joseph and console him and then she got mad at her because she went to talk to Joseph. It's from what I'm gathering here.
AJ, which is the guy AJ also mentioned.
Okay, so they were arguing over that, and then you ended up going over and talking to Joseph. How did your sister respond to that?
Well, she didn't know that situation because, of course, there was a little bit of a history. Anyways, and I ended up telling her, and she was very, very upset.
So her Rosa and
she killed herself.
Okay.
And
Not really the answer, but
next thing I know, she
so
gave me
Rosa.
the apartment that I paid.
Jesus, so complicated. Rosa and Joseph probably were talking to each other behind Devin's back. Devin has both AJ and Joseph as her two boyfriends. Joseph finds out about AJ. So then they get into an argument, knowing that this is just me assuming Joseph is already talking to Rosa behind her back. So then AJ, Joseph, Devin, Rosa, Joseph. She finds out about Joseph and Rosa. Rosa and Devin fight. Very complicated.
She was like, "You're not allowed here." I'm like, "Okay."
And you're leaving a lot out, so I don't want to assume anything. Did you end up starting a relationship with Joseph?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what more happened?
Basically, to sum it up, like I said, I went there because he was like, "Hey, I have some of her stuff here. Can you get it? I want it out. I don't want to have any agents, you know, sort of thing." You know, with her. Anyways, because he was upset, so I just, you know, sat down and talked to him. And then, because it was very late, it was like midnight. Ended up falling asleep. Woke up in his bed. You can imagine what happened.
Okay.
How much?
Thank you for sharing it with me, though. Like I said, I'm just trying to wrap it. Yeah, no, all the different dynamics.
Rosa had gotten involved with men Devin had been with before, but Jason was the first one that turned into a serious relationship.
How did your sister respond to you?
So not entirely right, but kind
It
of.
would be on the text, but like between him and her, but she didn't really say much. You know.
Nothing to you.
Nothing. Well, not necessarily to me directly about.
What were her feelings toward it?
I don't know, probably angry, but was she not angry?
But she never said anything directly to you about being upset over you living with Jason?
No.
Do you know what she said to Jason about that situation, about you living there? I mean, you said she's angry, but what is she not angry about? I guess, how did you know she was angry?
So I guess she was mad at Rosa for both Joseph and Jason. I'm not trying to like excuse her actions here, but I'm just trying to get a better understanding of why she did what she did. Maybe. Not entirely sure. She's accused currently. I'm just saying, I'm trying to think of why she would do, if she were to do it, why she did what she did.
They were, Jason was hurt. And she had some things that accidentally left at our apartment. And she was just something like, "Here, give this to your new girlfriend," or something like that. Just, that's what I mean, like just little
snoopy
kind of comments.
Okay.
On the surface, Devin seemed willing to coexist with them, but underneath that, the tension was building fast. Eventually, it built into murder. But according to Rosa, Jason had already started to fear that something like this could happen.
You know, was kind of worried about what Devin was doing because she showed up at his work.
Because this was the known thing.
One day, apparently
that she showed up.
to get her mail, which is illegal. She was not allowed to do it. And then his boss saw, or somebody in the facility saw her going through his stuff at his case. And she was like going through his jacket pockets and just looking around. We were gonna, you know, try to follow through with that and see what she was doing. You know, of course we don't know. But
so they know that she was
like
snooping
that.
around
A few times before that
at his job.
they've met
at his work for him to private exchange. It's really strange. And then she would just walk on in the post office, and again, that is not her place of employment. It's not for her to be in.
Jason knew Devin well enough to sense she was building towards something, but instead of focusing on protecting himself, he focused on protecting Chase by trying to get more custody time through the courts. But Devin made sure he never got that chance. Back in the interview room, Devin was starting to
She
get
try to
impatient
protect this child
and
over
began
his own life,
lashing
bro.
out at the officers.
Okay. We definitely know your son is safe.
Good man.
And
You know he's safe. I don't know he's safe. Nobody called me.
okay.
I live in Fort Collins. Like, I work in Loveland. I live in Fort Collins, and nobody called me. I had coworkers I haven't spoken to, well, past coworkers, I guess, that I haven't spoken to in years, telling me that my son's father was in an accident,
Okay.
and that I should check on my kid. And, like, nobody told me anything.
Detective Devin will be here in 1 second. He's got more answers than I do.
Where is my son?
He is at the police department and he is safe.
So he's not here?
This is the police department. He is here.
Okay, well,
just
why
don't
is
know
he
which
not
one.
here with me? I need him to be here with me. I haven't seen him, and I don't know what's happened. He was taken
they
from
probably
school without my knowledge or consent.
They don't know she's a suspect. Or she
And
doesn't know she's a
I don't know
suspect.
what's happened to his father. So I need to. Where is he?
Devin knew exactly where Jason had been, but
Mm.
at this stage, she still thought she was selling the
Yeah, maybe
concerned
she's
mother
she's
back.
reflecting.
But how well could she act if
Or
they brought
reflecting
her
what-
face
what's
to
this
face with
called?
what she'd done?
I am worried about my son. He is 5
No
years
shit, that's a
old.
word.
And I don't think any.
She's trying to change the narrative, and they obviously know that she's the prime subject in what happened, but she herself doesn't know that they know.
Any of you have told him anything that's happened. I don't even know what's happened.
He's here right now, so we'll figure it out.
All right. Thank you. Mind if I shut the door for fun?
I mean, I don't really care. I want my son. Where is my son?
I'll tell you everything. How about that?
I mean, that silence spoke a lot.
You're Devin?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
I'm Steve. You can call me Steve. We gotta kind of step back here a little bit. I'm gonna tell you some bad news. Your ex-boyfriend, is it? Ex-husband?
I just call him my son's dad.
Son's dead.
We were never married, but.
He died today.
Her reaction was the first red flag, and
I'm gonna be honest, that
worse from there.
it didn't really sell that much for me.
What? How? What happened?
Someone shot him in the face.
In the face? Where?
Okay, what I'm about to say is really fucked up, right? But it's just some porn acting game. Again, okay, well, it's not really an insult to the video and what happened, more than an insult towards her and her acting. I mean, she's a bad person, bro. She sucks ass.
He was working today? He doesn't.
Lock her ass up.
He was working, and someone came up and shot him.
She's trying to cover her face with her hand.
At 12:30.
She's low-key smiling right there.
It is 6 o'clock.
With those questions, Devin wasn't grieving. She was fishing, trying to figure out how much police knew and whether she was still in the clear.
And I got a lot to tell you, a lot to share with you. I want to tell you that your son's safe right now. But I want to read you your rights just so you know about it. Let you know that we're recording this because we have to. We have to record everything. And just so you don't play any games with me because I don't like to play games with you.
Read me my rights?
Yeah, just get it out of the way.
For what reason?
Well, it's your son's dad died today, and so please typically look at the butler or the ex or somebody who owes him a lot of money. So we need to ask him some questions about him, do our due diligence. I don't think he has a butler, so we got to rule the butler.
I think she
So we just got to ask you some questions about.
she might know she's fucked here.
You know something about.
Put it lightly.
I was at work today.
She's already trying to create a narrative, an
I
excuse.
just want to ask you about it. I want to exonerate you if possible, and then move on to the next suspect. You know, do my job. And
Immediately, like that, defensive. And I get it because they're basically accusing her of murder, but still,
death and you want to
like that.
investigate for it. You don't want us to sweep anything under the rug.
No, of course not, but
In police investigations, this is like standard 101 stuff. You gotta rule out the butler, you gotta rule out the ex, you gotta rule out the bookie who owes a lot of money to, and start working it. It could just be a random shooting, but we gotta do due diligence and figure it out. And our cases are reviewed by the DA's office, and they want us to do it right. People have a lot of pressure on us, making sure that we do the right thing. And so I don't want to do anything, because the case is so serious, I don't want to do anything to violate your rights, anything like that. So everyone that
my rights and my son's rights were violated when you took him from school and did not contact me.
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna. I'll say she's maybe right, but I don't know shit about law. I don't know law. I never studied law or anything.
These are the same rights. I'm going to read them to you, although you probably know them. So let me read them to you.
Once it was made clear she was a suspect, the nerves kicked in. And what stood out most was that she seemed less upset about Jason being dead than she was about officers picking her son up from daycare.
She's my sister.
The child is here. The child is being interviewed by forensic interviewers.
He should not be interviewed because I didn't give consent for him to be spoken to.
He's a witness, so he doesn't need consent from the
Was he there? Was he in the...
But he's going to tell us about the relationship between you and his father.
But I don't...
You don't understand.
He's 5.
Well, he might not have anything to say. But
no, I don't understand how this can all happen without me even knowing that anything happened in the first place.
Because we don't...
Well, gang, they got you on camera. I'm gonna be honest with you. They got your ass on camera. Oh, shot that positive. They got your ass on camera. You're just deflecting more and more and more and more.
I am abusive and I killed his father?
I'm saying that this is police standard practice 101. We don't release children to people we don't know.
I'm not asking you to release him. I am asking why I was not contacted in any sort of form about my child's whereabouts or that there was even an incident.
I don't know about that specifically. I know we wanted to find you and we were trying to track you down.
You could have found me when you picked him up from school because they have my information. I pay for him to go to that school. They have that information.
Well, I'm going to talk to the officer that did that. Like I said, I wasn't there. Okay. We're kind of going around in circles here. I'd like to exonerate you if you didn't have anything to do with this and get you out of this police department.
Yes, because I would like to see my son.
I don't think you want to hang out with me.
See, bruh? See how she's just like, I know. She's like, yes, no, because I didn't do it. Just know it. I want to go see my son.
Your son, and I want to,
she's not saying she didn't do it.
Check off all the boxes, make sure we can release the Sunday night.
When trying to rattle the detective didn't work, Devin switched tactics and started trying to make Jason look like the problem.
I had filed a restraining order against him. We had an altercation and I asked him to leave my house because he wasn't living there anymore. And
trying to change the narrative once again.
A little physical while I was holding my son, and he was an infant at the time. And so I filed it to get him to back off a little bit. And when I went to make it permanent, they're like, you know how hard this is going to be. Like, if you make it permanent, like, it's going to be really hard to do transitions because he has partial custody and all of this stuff. So that's going to be really hard. Like, you understand that, right? And so I was a new mom. Like, I couldn't do it by myself. And
raising kids is tough.
Yeah.
She's trying to give sympathy for the officers.
Hopefully that won't happen again. And
but luckily, this officer's smart enough to realize that, I think.
Okay. Well, that's understandable. Everyone has a reason for getting restraining orders, and everyone has their own reason why they don't make it permanent. And I'm not here to judge your actions about why you decided to do what you decided was best for you. So, just trying to get a snapshot of your relationship.
Just when Devin started to think she had control of the room, the detective took it right back and started laying out the evidence against her.
We have a lot of people in this case, and we've worked the case quite a bit. I don't pretend to know everything that happened, but there are some things that are really kind of concerning me.
Uh-oh, they looks like they caught your ass.
In the area of the crime scene. Your car was on Eastern Road that is missing a front passenger front hubcap.
Look at her eyes, bro. She knows she's fucking caught.
A little while ago, your license plate, and it has that front passenger hubcap missing. Sure enough, in the videos around the crime scene, that car is there with that front passenger bumper or hubcap missing. You said you're at work today, but your scanner goes off before the homicide and turns back on well after the homicide. And they track your scanner that's used at work to your boyfriend's house, AJ. So that's really kind of concerning. And we caught the shooting on one of the domestic doorbell cameras from across the street. So I'm really kind of concerned. I know that you got served just the other day.
I don't know, man. The
Custody order, and you're a little upset about it.
everything's kind of lining up to lead to one and point to one
You
person.
told Devin in the past that AJ knows where you live, and that he'll shoot you if he needs to.
I've told who?
You told that to Devin, and Devin told that
One.
to Rose, your
Devin.
sister. Yeah. Well,
I'm
Jason heard that from you, and then Jason told Rose that, and Rose told us that. That's happened about a year ago.
That
AJ knows where you live, Jason, and AJ will shoot you, Jason. You said that.
I said that? I've never said that.
Why is your car?
I don't know,
Why
man.
are you in that area in your car? Why are you turning off your scanner?
Even
Didn't turn off my scanner.
okay. Well, then the shit just fucking turn off itself.
Inspectors are here.
Turn off my scanner.
I should just turn off itself, I guess.
You didn't go with the scanner. The scanner's at your boyfriend's house, or somewhere in that area, in front of it, or a bush somewhere in that area. It wasn't with you.
Shit.
Okay, they have a breadcrumb trail, a GPS on your scanner. And the postal inspectors were here, and they said before the homicide, you're not doing anything with the scanner. It's stationary for like 3 hours or more, and it should be mobile because you're working. But if that's your boyfriend's house, and why is your car in the crime scene area?
I don't.
We've got video.
Dang, they got your ass the video. Just
I don't know why it would be on camera that my car was down there, but I
really.
don't.
Listen.
If I don't.
Okay,
scan,
what kind of excuse could she even come up with that would that would give her like a little bit of leeway or like a little leverage against the cops? They have her ass on video. They have her car. They know that she turned off her scanner off work. I mean,
packages,
then obviously I'm not doing that. But I did stop I did stop at his house for my lunch break, sort of.
Devin's original alibi was simple. She said she was in Loveland, delivering mail, around 30 miles away from the murder scene in Longmont. But the scanner she should have been using on her route sat still for 3 hours that afternoon, right in the same window Jason was shot and killed. She then claimed she had been with her boyfriend, AJ, for lunch, but he was seen at Hooters in Loveland, having lunch with his friends, leaving Devin without an alibi.
I think you're a good person, but something's not right here. I think the gig is out. There's something weird.
you're obviously fucking lying, bro.
Everything is pointing to you being involved in this shooting. People don't go around just shooting postal people.
There's gotta be an intention behind it.
I work for the post office, and I have before, and I have been.
And supposedly you're on video 2 weeks ago breaking into the Longmont post office. That's a separate.
Didn't break in. I work for the post office. I'm allowed to go in.
But who cares about that? That's just a
Oh,
stupid burglary.
yeah, like
Burglary.
yes, you work for the postal office, but you don't work for that postal office. You don't have codes for that postal office, and it just so happens to be that the postal office employs, we'll say, like your ex. It is your ex, your sister's father.
Why are you? What's your involvement in this? Because I think there's a lot more than you're telling us. The video of the shooter looks kind of like you. It's from a distance, but it looks like your height and your build. It doesn't look like AJ's height and build. It doesn't look like Castaneda's height and build. It looks like your build with a black hoodie. Now, we're going to search your house. We're going to search your car. We're going to seize your car.
I feel like she's not even like fully paying attention. She's just trying to come up with the next excuse she can come up with.
Do a gunshot residue test on you.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're not gonna leave any stone unturned, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this. And this is your out to tell me what type of involvement you have, because it's very concerning. Your car being there, you turning your scanner, not bringing your scanner, the GPS not moving during the homicide. You're getting served just the other day with
Like,
custody papers.
I got an email about it saying that they were gonna file something.
Like the 11th. You have to serve with some sort of court notice of change in custody, something.
Well, I just got an email saying that we were gonna have to go to court for it.
So
She's already trying to pivot the conversation somewhere else.
Is AJ behind the homicide?
I like the detective though. He like every time she tries to steer somewhere else, he
You left your
puts it right back.
with GPS back at AJ's house. Your ex, who you said AJ would kill, is now dead.
I never said that.
Well,
Again, I don't believe her.
I'm not. That's what Rosa said. But
She said nothing but lies so
I
far.
didn't hear that. That's what Rosa's saying. It could have just been a off the cuff remark. We're gonna do a gunshot.
It
test.
could be her being like, hey.
We're gonna do a gunshot residue test on
What do you
you.
mean, A?
No, we're gonna do a gunshot residue test on you to see if you have any. When you fire a gun, all this gunshot powder comes out and it covers your face.
That's a real thing. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know that was a real thing.
Hands. Have you been around any guns lately? Have you been shooting anything lately?
No.
So she should be fine, right?
Residue test, it's gonna come back negative.
It better.
Listen,
I feel like
I'm trying to figure out if you did this or if someone else did this. And my bet is you have someone else involved in this, maybe a friend. And so I'm trying to figure out if you talk to me about this. I don't think this is a coincidence that your ex got shot in the face today.
Just so happens to be where.
Looks like someone pulled up, ran out, shot him, ran back to the car, sped off, fired 5 times. He died right there. So I'm going to take this seriously. And I want to exonerate you to have nothing to do with this. I don't want to arrest you if you didn't do this. Does that make sense? I don't want to arrest anyone that didn't do a crime. But your car is there. Your car is there. You turn your scanner off. Your GPS, well, you didn't turn it off. We're not going to mince words. You left your scanner at your boyfriend's house. You said you're at work all day. You're not at work.
I am at work. I'm on my route. I just.
For like 3
Dang.
hours, you left your scanner there?
I stopped. I
For
left
3
the
hours?
truck while I went into the house.
And then your car is in the crime scene. That's a lot for a jury to try to swallow.
Even with all of that stacked against
Can't
her,
come up with
Devin
more
still
excuses,
seemed to
gang.
think she could
They
talk
have
her way out of it.
so much
But lying to a
information,
local
evidence
detective
against
was one thing. Lying to this man was going to be much harder.
All right. We're going to get this going here.
Hey, Devin.
I'll introduce you to someone real quick.
I just arrived. I'm a U.S. Postal Inspector. So my name's Ken. So I know you work for the post office, and I work for the post office.
Mm-hmm.
So because this
So he's
is
more.
related to your work.
This guy's a lot more knowledgeable about the post office and the scanners and stuff. That's why they brought them in.
I wanted to chit chat with you about kind of what happened and some of your activities today, okay? I've been kind of done talking with the detective,
Oh fuck.
but I wouldn't mind talking to you as an inspector to find out what's going on and what happened today.
A U.S. Postal Inspector is a federal law enforcement agent who investigates crimes connected to the Postal Service. And unlike a regular detective, he knew exactly how postal routes worked, how the scanners worked.
That's a job.
And what
I don't know.
Devin's story should have looked like.
I
if she
feel
were
like it's a
telling the
very,
truth.
very specific
Did you
job.
drive to work?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive to work with anybody?
No.
Okay, so you drove by yourself. Did you call anybody on the way to work? Text anybody?
I texted my man in the morning, kind of sort of not really married, but and then I talked to him throughout the day.
Okay, is this your boyfriend? Or your man?
We're not technically together, but yes.
Okay. What's his name?
AJ.
AJ? Okay. Is he a postal employee?
No.
Okay. But is this somebody how long have you dated AJ?
Like I said, we're not together at the moment, but
Okay. You just kind of off again, on again? Is that
Notice
right?
how her answers to this detective or not this inspector dude. Her answers are a lot more closed off. She's not trying to create as many excuses.
I'm getting?
kind of. We've known each other for like 12 years.
Okay. So you were talking to AJ on your way there.
Like very, very quick answers.
About whatever. You showed up for work about 2.5
Not much more
hours.
information. She's not giving them much more.
Yeah,
Like the
you
other
are
guy,
trying to
the other guy, she would try to like talk to him, right? And then whenever she asked the question, he would answer. Then she would like kind of try to steer it away. With this guy, she's answering the question, then just answering the question, then shutting up.
Did you go? So when you went to the post office, did you drive your car?
Yes.
Okay. What? I understand it's like a Nissan.
Yes.
Okay. Is it an SUV?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your day. So you started scanning packages. You started your route, and then what happened?
My guy AJ, he lives on that route, and so since Wednesdays are his day off and things are very complicated with us, I try to see him on his day off.
Never mind, she's straight back to keep making
So you
excuses
stopped
for
by
lying.
on your route,
Yes.
hang out with him. Did you do that today?
Yes, I do it every Wednesday.
Okay, every Wednesday. That's kind of your normal routine.
Yes.
What time did you get over to his place?
I don't know. I don't know exactly when I got over there.
Okay.
I wasn't really looking at the time. I was ahead of what I normally am for that day. Not by like a lot, but like I'm there around, I don't know.
Lysandra just went off.
So I think I was a little bit ahead of schedule, so I was able to stop, and I was happy that I would be able to take a little bit more time to take a lunch and spend some time with them.
Okay. So is that what you actually did today then?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, the AJ that was at Hooters at the time she claims they were hanging out and having lunch.
Did you guys?
I mean,
what happened after
she probably doesn't know that they have footage of AJ at Hooters.
that?
I didn't even clock that, I'm gonna be honest.
Then he got angry and
Like, I had to put those two together.
stayed in my truck, and I was very upset. So I was crying, and I was in my truck and waited for a while until I was able to calm down.
What made you so upset this time as opposed to any other time?
Because I'm always upset.
Okay.
It was not me.
When he left, where did he go?
I don't know.
Okay. What car does he drive?
He drives a big Duramax truck.
Okay. Like one of those big diesel trucks? One of those like big mountain or big large ones? Okay. So he left. How long do you think you guys were together before he left?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention at the time.
Okay. So at some point he left. You were in the postal truck, and then you decided to leave too. Where did you go after that?
I just hung out for a little bit, and then I continued my route.
Okay. So you got back into your Nissan. Was it was at the post office? And then you drove the Nissan from work to home?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And then, does
She's
anybody
just
else drive that vehicle?
straight up
or
lying,
is that
okay.
just your car?
No, it's mine.
Just when Devin was starting to think these were routine questions, Inspector Kin made them personal.
How tall are you?
5'5".
5'5".
About 5'5". Okay. And what were you wearing?
Oh my god, the Asian guy later said he was kind of his height, and well, sorry, rude, but the guy was kind of shorter.
Okay. You were wearing that all day? Okay. So you don't have like a carrier uniform or anything since you're a rural carrier? Okay. Were you wearing those same shoes all day? Okay. How about those same pants?
Yep. I never changed.
Okay. Same. So if we pull up surveillance video or whatnot, we'll see you at the post office wearing that. Okay. Did you ever put on a hoodie today at all? Do you own any hoodies?
I own a lot of hoodies, but I didn't wear that today, mainly because I had like the one that I wore yesterday at work. I wore the same thing yesterday at work, and
the same outfit. Okay.
The questions may have sounded repetitive, but by answering them, Devin had locked herself into a story. She said she had been at work all day, that the only break she took was lunch at AJ's house with AJ there.
AJ was in his house.
Nobody else had access to her car. Now she had to face what that story really meant.
So you do not seem like the type of person to me. And again, I just met you.
So dumb.
And I just got on this, but you don't seem like a cold-blooded killer that's been planning something for years, and that this was your perfect opportunity. To me, based on what I've heard and from talking to you, this is something where something just snapped. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something out
It was
here.
a spur of the moment
Just
type
hold
of thing.
where you were thinking about doing something like this for a long period of time. You weren't planning. I mean, it happened in the middle of the day. This isn't something that happened late at night. This is something that happened in the middle of the day. So you know what almost every house has these days?
Cameras.
They have cameras. They have ring cameras.
A little scary,
So
but
we
still
had your car
could be
over
useful for
there.
this type of
You
stuff.
already told me you're the only person that drives that vehicle.
I also told you I was at work, and nobody seems to believe that
Okay.
either.
No, we understand that you were at work for part of the time. I believe that.
I didn't say that either.
Say what?
I didn't say part of the time. I said I was at work.
Well,
all
they
the time.
have your ass
We
on
understand
camera.
that you
Like,
were-
what does she not
Okay, I
understand?
don't want to get into the next one.
What's the point of
But what I am trying to
lying
ask you is
still?
this. Your vehicle was over there where this happened at the time that it happened. We have witnesses and we have surveillance footage.
Right, and that's
We
the same
always-
thing that I said
so-
to the
so-
detective. I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, you don't have an answer. You have like zero answer. How do you think something like that could happen?
I don't know, and that is where I asked the detective to speak to a lawyer.
Do you think somebody stole your car?
Again, I'm going to ask to speak to a lawyer.
Okay.
That's what they always say whenever they get caught, bro. I want to speak to my lawyer. I want a lawyer.
So let me make sure I'm clear with you. If we don't talk about the car, you're fine to continue to help me with Jason. But you don't want to talk about the car.
I don't want to talk about something that you are saying is incriminating me.
Okay.
And I did not do this.
I'm just saying that the vehicle was there.
And I just said I don't have a response for it.
Okay.
I don't have an answer. I don't know how to tell you that
Well, I
the
guess
car
we-
was there while I was at work in Loveland.
Okay.
And
Well,
clearly you
if
weren't
you're
if they
fine
have
with
your
it,
ass.
Can I show you a picture of the car that was there? Would you be comfortable with me doing that?
You can show me whatever you like. Like I said, I am asking for a lawyer to speak to for any further questioning.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to me anymore to help. You're seeking an invocation of your right to an attorney, which is fine. I just want to make sure we're absolutely clear because before you weren't. I want to make sure because it seemed like you were helping me and we were working on it, and I'm trying to figure out like did somebody take your car or anything like that. So I don't want
Nothing to hide about my day because I was at work.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why I said
Sure, if I believe that.
I'm willing to give you the information that you are going to be having anyway when you contact whoever you contact at my job.
Okay.
It's all the information you're going to be getting.
Okay.
There is nothing being hidden. There's nothing else.
Okay. So if we don't talk about your car, do you want to continue this conversation, or are you done with the conversation?
There really
Don't wanna
isn't
help
else
anymore?
to say. I've said my day. I've said what I needed to say. I don't see what other questions you would have.
Well, I'd like to know who do you think would have done this to Jason?
I don't know who would have done this to Jason. I don't know his life anymore.
I mean, she's pretty obviously screwed here, and I think she knows that as well, which is why she's asking for a lawyer.
I am no longer a part of it. He made that perfectly clear when he decided to, for lack of better words, sleep with my sister.
Okay, so now that she may
By
have
this
given a reason to why she might have done what she did to the detective.
point, Devin couldn't hold it together anymore. Her
Getting
anger
angry,
toward
yeah.
Rosa came spilling out, and she tried to push suspicion in her sister's direction instead.
And then I found out that she not only slept with my ex-boyfriend, but also with my son's dad.
Okay.
And I kicked her out, and I told her she was no longer allowed to live in my house if she was going to be that kind of person.
That misdirection went nowhere. Detectives came back in and collected samples from Devin to check for gunshot residue and blood evidence.
Let's see, right hand. We'll just go like this. It's just basically like an adhesive tape. It won't leave any residue. Kind of. It's not tape, but it's.
Almost like a lint roller type, if you can envision something like a tacky lint roller.
Hand. This way. This one here is the face, so I'm going to do those areas on your face. Okay? If we just kind of pull back your hair a little bit. And this. This my calling is a makeup check.
I like the detective, bro.
And that was only the start. Detectives searched Devin's vehicle too. then pulled her phone records, and that's where the case really began closing in on her.
Ooh.
Not only did his phone show that she was in Loveland at the time of the shooting, but she'd also been in several calls with AJ leading up to and after the attack.
So she
When
knew
detectives
his ass wasn't
cross-checked
there.
AJ's records, they found something even worse.
Oh, never mind.
For much
Maybe.
of the morning on October 13th,
Oh my.
AJ had been tracking Jason's route. Only minutes before the shooting, he broke away and headed to Hooters. AJ had been feeding her the setup the whole time, tracking Jason until Devin had the perfect
There was a
moment to
two-man
strike.
job.
As a correctional officer, AJ likely...
Bro, how did he helped with the murder and then he just casually went to fucking hang out with friends at Hooters? Like, what?
understood how important an alibi would be.
So
what he didn't count on was his own location data giving him away. The second he realized Devin wasn't getting out of this, he started putting distance between himself and her.
Okay. Do you remember, like, if we showed you a picture of her car, would you remember what it looks like?
So this is her car on the license plate reader back
That's
in
her
May.
car. That's her car. That's her car.
This is down at the scene, the neighborhood of the shooting. You can see the time, 12:06.
That's her car.
So originally you told us that she was up there at your house with you until 12:15 when you left to go to Hooters. Can you explain that? We're trying to verify.
They got you out in the lie, bro.
Right now. That's the thing.
Don't be a dumbass and make lies like she did.
She was not with me. She was with me before that. She came over to my house after I was done with Hooters for about 10 minutes. For about 10 minutes. What happened when she got there? She just stopped, used the bathroom, grabbed some water. Did she leave anything? No.
So if you want to give us answers, now's the time to give them to us. These investigations move fast. You know that. We get this data fast. You only get a couple opportunities to give us explanations for what's going on. We're trying to find the truth.
So her and I were talking in the morning.
This guy's probably more willing to tell the truth than she is.
And I didn't necessarily think too much of
Is that a... Because murder's a felony or not? I think it's a felony. I don't know entirely. Accomplice to a murder, is that also a felony? Or like a big charge?
After she got off, and because we've done that in the past. After she had gotten to work, or on her way to work, she had called me and told me that she had decided that that was what she thought needed to happen. And she had told me that she had thought about doing this before. Actually, 3 days prior to that, she told me that she was going to do this, and I talked to her.
So it was premeditated.
And that night, she was going to do it at his apartment in the middle of the night. I talked her out of it. I had to go over there and do it face to face. But she didn't do it that night. This
He's
morning,
kind
she
of
told me that
painting himself as a like,
she had already got everything that she needed to make it happen.
not necessarily a good guy, but like
She went to work and
she didn't want her to do the deed.
So after talking to her, and she's mentioned it in the past, and she has talked about his route because she knows the long routes. So I went out there. I knew his route number. I found him, and I continued to stay on the phone with her and try to tell her, try to talk her out of it. But I thought that she was going to go there a lot earlier than that. I thought that if I would see her, I could stop her. She kept talking to me and never showed up there. I guess she was texting at the time. So eventually she told me, you know what, don't worry about it. I'm not going to do it. It's fine.
So now she's saying that he lied to her. Or she lied to him.
Over at his truck, and I told him that he should watch out for her because I think she's planning on doing something. I don't think he remembered who I was because he said, what? He just looked at me and goes, what? And I was like, Devin, I said, she's unstable right now, and I think that she's going to do something stupid. And he said, I'm not scared of that.
So then,
And I left. At that time, I drove home.
He claimed he went over to warn Jason, but the only person who could have backed that up was dead.
I love Devin. You know,
I'm not sure he's telling the truth on that. I think he's told the truth on most of that stuff. I think he told the truth on like. Can I pause? I think he told the truth on majority of that stuff until the very end, where he tried to play himself in the good light instead of an accomplice to her murder.
Happy with her disposition because she made the decision.
Okay. All right. I don't think it's hard to come to the conclusion that I'm having a hard time coming to terms with your story right now. What purchases did you make that day? Sure.
No, I don't mean my firearms. I catalog all my firearms. Check them all. It's FFLs.
Okay.
If that's what you're implying, that's mine. It's not mine.
But that's what I think they're trying to imply that you did it or helped her, not that you committed the crime yourself.
That her threat to go down there and kill him was serious. I mean, I'm just saying, by your actions that morning, that tells me you absolutely believed it was a serious threat.
That morning is the first time that I thought, that I had the feeling that she might actually do it.
Okay.
And I'm not, because I have the feeling, yes, hindsight's 20/20. I should have done more. But I believe that if I saw her, I could stop her. And if I didn't have to worry about getting involved in those two, I might not mess up her custody battle. I tried to convince her to keep a level head. I was not successful.
You should not put him up in the good light.
Seriously enough that I stayed on the phone with her.
I don't know. I just don't buy it.
Convince her that these are not good options. These are not good ideas and solutions to her problem.
Do you understand where I'm getting the conflicting ideas here?
And I told him the same thing. I understand. I work in a career where I do investigating stuff that goes on here, and I get what you're seeing, and I get why you're thinking what you think. I totally understand. That's why I pretty much already understand where everything's going to go. I know that I didn't do that on purpose, and I know that the evidence doesn't necessarily say otherwise. But I also know that I've never been complicit with it. I've never told her that I want her to do it.
But then it's also, like you said, it's so difficult to, it's hearsay.
I know the stuff that's
You just helped her cover it up afterwards by not telling anybody and by lying about it.
Mm.
I think about what you say here.
I did.
Because I already know the answers you gave that man the other day.
Correct. I did lie to him about the stuff so that I could try to cover up my marriage or my affair to save my marriage.
And in doing so, you covered up
A murder.
Devin.
My intention was not to try to alter or cover up.
But that's what you did. That's exactly what your lies did. Do you understand that?
I understand what you're saying. That's my answer.
Do you have any more questions?
I don't.
Okay. All right, you're under arrest. Go ahead and stand up. Place your hands behind your back.
Is it possible to do that out in the parking lot?
No, stand up for me.
A search of AJ's phone turned up one of the most damaging pieces of evidence
stupid.
in the entire case.
Both of them are so stupid
A
for this.
Snapchat photo. Devin had sent it before the murder, showing herself in the same
Is she
outfit
fucking
the killer
stupid,
would later
bro?
be seen wearing. Investigators said it was
Why
taken
did she
in
send
the
her to
same
what?
bathroom where she had sent AJ plenty of normal selfies before, making it even harder to brush off as meaningless.
He definitely knew.
By then, prosecutors
She
believed
sent it-
the two were already
Bro.
deep into planning the ambush, with AJ tracking Jason's route and Devin preparing to carry it out. By the time the case reached trial, the motive was hard to miss. Devin was jealous, angry, and terrified of Jason and Rosa becoming the new family in Chase's life. And with the custody fight closing in and Jason pushing for more time with his son, she made sure it would never get that far. On March 7,
She didn't
2023, Devin Schreiner was
want
found
to be
guilty
alone
of
the
first-degree
per se,
murder
perchance.
and sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Not
AJ
perchance,
Ritchie,
whatever. No, I'm
the
shut
man
up.
prosecutors said helped plan the ambush and guide her straight to Jason, was later convicted as well. And on September 27, 2023, he was sentenced to life without parole. In the end, what started as jealousy, control,
May he
and
rest in
fear
peace.
of losing her place in her son's life ended with Jason dead, Chase without his father, and both of them spending the rest of their lives in prison.
Her actions left the child without parents whatsoever. Her selfish decisions fucked up a child's childhood.
Don't mean no disrespect, but lots of people my wall. I even dream of you, I swear. Visions of you and I. See you around my way. Been meaning to say hi, but I'm just way too shy.